What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? How we do? How we do? How we doing? How we doing? It's your man VACAYJ. We are in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Ruthless family? How we doing today? How we doing? Welcome to the Ruthless Round Table. I'm excited, family. We got new things popping, new things jumping. If you're ready, it's time to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get this thing going, fam. I'm excited. If you're excited, let's get it popping. Let me bring up the squad. Let me see. I see a lot of people coming through. Let's bring up the squad. Who's in the building? Who is that? EJ, the TV junkies in the building. What's good? TicahDishawn is in the building. What's good? How we doing? How y'all doing today?
Good.
What's good, everybody?
Good.
It's a Ruthless Wednesday. Let's go.
Let's go. A lot going on. We doing the vertical flow today. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody on their phone, hey, congratulations. Now you can hold your phone conveniently while you're laying down, sitting down, doing whatever you're doing while you cooking. You could be cooking and watching us, the Ruthless Round Table at the same time. You know what I'm saying? What you cooking? Shout yourself out in the chat. What you cooking today? What's going on tonight? What is it? 8 o'clock your time? 8 o'clock your time? East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. It is 5 o'clock. You already know how we do. I'm talking a little faster because you know that's how we do because I'm from New York. I can talk fast and all in one breath. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it popping, family. How y'all doing? How has your week been? How's your week been? It's been good.
It's been good. My week has been lovely.
Lovely. Okay, lovely. A lot going on. There we go. A lot going on. Man, I'm feeling this vertical thing, man. I'm feeling the vertical thing. You know what I'm saying? We could put all the graphics up just like that. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot to talk about as far as this episode goes. So you know how we do. What did y'all think about episode 20? What do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Let's talk about that first. Episode 20 of Ruthless. This is the Ruthless Round Table. I'm gonna start with you, EJ. What did you think about this one? What did you rate this one?
Let me see. Lacy for the win. Elder Mother with the gag. Definitely a 9.5.
Oh, okay. 9.5 or 9.5. All right. Gotta give, anything over 9, we give an air horn. Tika, what did you rate this episode, yo?
Listen, unbiasedly, I rated the episode a 10. We got animals being cracked up. We got people getting popped. We got computers getting dropped. Listen, I was all in. It was a 10 for me.
Oh, it's a 10. Oh, sure. Okay, we gotta get that and the bomb. We gotta get the air horn and the bomb for the 10s. Okay, we're coordinating this thing here. You know what I'm saying? We're coordinating. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a good 9.5. You know what I'm saying? I liked it a lot. Damn, that's mad loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay, cool. So 9.5. Absolutely feeling the episode. There was a lot that went on in this one, for real. And we're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through this thing. Vertical flow. I'm loving it. What was your greatest surprises and greatest disappointments? I'm gonna start with you, Tika. What was your greatest surprise, greatest disappointments in the episode?
Listen, the greatest surprise for me was when Lacy chased that pig, poor piglet. And my greatest disappointment was seeing the possibility that George has popped my boy Malcolm.
Wow. Okay. And EJ, what was your greatest surprise, greatest disappointment of the episode?
Greatest surprise was Lacy coming through for the win. Her unaliving that pig. That was the greatest surprise. And disappointment was probably that. I don't know, because I was kind of okay with the Malcolm thing. Trying to think. I don't know if I really had a super disappointment. At this point, I think everything was. Yeah, I was good with everything. I don't think I had a disappointment.
Okay. It was good. I mean, you gave it a 9.5, right? So yeah, I guess mostly it was all good. I got you. Okay. Well, family, let's get into it, family, because it's time. It's time to go through these slides. It's time to talk about it, right? We got a lot to talk about. I'm excited to talk about it today. So we're going to start off with that first one. We're going to start off with the first one right here. What did you think about this right here, right? Your boy finds out that the prisoners are gone, right? They're out of here, right? So what did you think about this as far as like, your boy George coming and saying, hey, don't worry about it. They're not going to get far. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Everything's going to be good. What'd you think about this? We'll start with you, Tika.
Yeah, George definitely saved it for Lewis because Daikon was definitely getting ready to go all in on Lewis as to why old boy was missing from the trailer. But then I was like, why he got his hand on his face like that? Like, but then I remember George is doing everything that he possibly can to make sure that Daikon knows that he is on his side. So I got past the whole embrace, and it's a very good plan. It's a very good idea. You stay here because they also know that there is something that they have to implement a little bit later on. So one of them has to be on the compound to make sure that their little plan still goes through.
Right, right. Okay. EJ, what'd you think about this scene right here? Your man had the bear trap set up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my job is to make your job easier. You know what I mean? What'd you think about this?
I like that. These are my finesse twins, and with the finesse twins, you always gonna get something. And this was George stepping up, like, "Hey, I'm your guy, okay? I am your guy." So at
Right.
the end of the day, George is playing his role, and he did save our boy Lewis. He made sure that somebody had to stay there. I thought it was just well thought out. Sometimes I don't know what the finesse twins are gonna do, so this time I was like, okay. And then Daikon bought into it. You saw what Daikon did. He put his hand on his face and he was so proud of him. It was like a proud father moment. Like, mission accomplished.
Absolutely, man. I called this episode when I did my recap. I called this episode like the most aggravating episode for Daikon because almost every scene he's holding his head. Almost every scene is like, oh my god, oh my god. But this one right here, definitely a major relief for Daikon. You know what I mean? So absolutely, I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Next scene, we're talking about what? We're talking about your girl, Lacy and Ruth, right? So they're having this conversation. And I was kind of surprised at this conversation because it was just all about, yeah, I'm sorry. It was a big apology to Ruth. I was surprised that she did that. Were you surprised, EJ? Were you surprised of this conversation right here that she was like, I'm sorry, I apologize, da 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 da. I was scared. Were you surprised about that?
Listen, Lacey is playing the game at this point. I keep going out the camera, my bad.
There you go.
Lacey is playing the game at this point, and pretty much, I mean, I wouldn't say that I was surprised because it
Mhm.
almost felt kind of sort of genuine, but I still feel like Lacey is just going with she's betting on the right team. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
so she's not trying to go against the team. And at this point, part of me says that it was kind of genuine, but the other part of me says that Lacey knows what to do too. Just like Ruth be playing the game, she does too. It's just she get a little hot headed when and she don't always follow through. You know what I mean? Like, she get too agitated and she want to jump too quick, but she
Mhm.
does play the game pretty well. So I was a little shocked by it, but it's all good. I just hope that she on the up and up with it. That's
Right.
all.
Right. You just hope that she don't got no tricks up her sleeve, right? Because we know, Lacey, she be playing the game and be like, all right, I'm gonna be cool with you for now until it
Mhm.
ain't serving me no more, right? You know what I'm saying? It ain't serving me no more, so I ain't even messing with you. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this plays out. But I mean, we do see throughout the episode that she kind of comes through. What do you think, TicahDishawn, all things ruthless? What you think about what's going on here?
Yeah, I felt the sincerity with Lacey. Like, she's been through so much, but she knew at that moment that she definitely needed to get on Ruth's side because Ruth seems to be the only one that she can, even through everything that she's gone through, she seems to be the only one that she can actually trust. And so for her to apologize to Ruth, I thought that was everything because she acknowledged, hey, when I said that I would tell on you and Tally, I really didn't mean it. I was just afraid. I just didn't know what else to do. So, and again, just like you say, later on, we'll see that she proves that she's on the side of Ruth. So I like the
Gotcha.
interaction between the two of them because we've always seen the two of them beefing or, me mugging, so to speak, each other. So, I like that moment between the two of them.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I said, I was surprised. But at the same time, I knew this had to happen in order for other things to happen. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it all. But guess what? We get some crazy news. We get some crazy news. Who runs over? That's right. Your girl Zane runs over to Ruth and Lacy talking about, yo, elder mother is taking the girl Bridget to the highest. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And she was like, man. And for the first time I saw Ruth kind of like, yo, I don't know what to do. I don't know really what to do. I have no plan. And she's just kind of like looking down and thinking and thinking and thinking. What'd you think about this, right? Were you scared for Ruth at this point? Because it doesn't look like she kind of had like any idea of what to do with this situation. I'm gonna start with you, Tika. What'd you think about this?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was afraid for her. I would just say that I was like, girl, hurry up and think, like get it together. That was my thought process on her because even though we've seen Ruth not have a plan, she's literally come into clutch with some shape, form, or fashion of a reaction or answer to whatever is going on. So thankfully her and old girl made up because she might have been that conversation between her and elder mother could have gone a little bit longer.
Got you. EJ, what you think? What you think? Were you like afraid for Ruth? Did you think she was gonna come up with a major plan? What you think, EJ?
Honestly, for the first time, I was like, "Dang, Ruth, like, cat got the tongue, huh?"
Right.
Like, really, she couldn't think of anything, so I was just like, "I don't know how this is gonna go," but I figured, she would come up with something,
Yeah.
because she's pretty good, like, right in the moment, but I was like, a little, "Okay, how we gonna get out of this one?" But Lacey did come through with the win, so, I'm not mad at it. It was a good play when it all comes down to it.
Right.
She made the play to make friends, to be nice, to get some more allies, and that ended up paying off for her. So
Right.
that was the good part.
Right. She definitely right. So Ruth, I don't know. It's kind of like she kind of had a vision, like, okay, I'm gonna need to rally, some other people together because at this point, learning about the $1 million that Joan put aside with a name on it, learning that Rivers really not, his plans always falling through, right? Like she can't rely on nobody. So her rallying up Laura, Lacy, Zane definitely came through. Definitely came through with that. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Family, if you are loving what you're seeing, what's going down, definitely hit that like button. Absolutely. If this is your first time finding us, definitely go ahead and get it. Subscribe. All right. Let's talk about it. EJ, when you saw this going down with your girl Elda Madamava walking over to the people and walking over to Manny like, I need to see the highest right now. Did you think she was going to get through, Manny? And did you see your boy come through be like, yo, that's a no-go?
I know. I was like, "Yes, that's what you're supposed to do."
Right.
But, yeah, I didn't think that she was gonna get through there. Like, I knew that once Manny, like, said no, and then when I saw Lewis come up there, I was like, "Yeah, she's not finna get through here, but what's finna happen?" I didn't know exactly how it was gonna play out, but
Mhm.
I knew she was gonna have a hard time trying to get over to the other side for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Your boy, like, no, don't allow this to happen. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Tika, chime in on this one right here. I mean, did you really think she's going to get through or what?
No, I didn't think she was going to get through. Listen, Manny is like the gatekeeper of the front door of the doggone highest trailer. It's going to take an act of Congress for you or anybody else to get through there to where the highest is.
Yeah,
And of course, there was some interference from some others, Lewis being one of them. And then, of course, we'll see Daikon roll up and be like, nah, what do you want now? Like the highest is prepared. You know what I mean? So no,
right,
I didn't think she would be able to get in. Not that easily.
right. Got you. Okay. Yeah. This is getting good. So here we go. She all being mugging. Here come Ruth, right? Here come Ruth. this, I thought this was super funny as far as this confrontation because these two always go at it, but now it's like, yo, You really trying to get me, elder mother? You really, really hating on me like that? That you gonna bring Bridget to the highest, knowing that he's getting prepared for this prophecy and all of this and that? Like, nah. EJ, talk to me, man. Like, did you know that this was going to turn up the way that it did? Because I mean, it definitely did turn up, right?
Yeah, it was funny. I don't know, it was so funny to me. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I mean, Elder Mother was ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
and Ruth was, very calm at this point. Like she really didn't know what the heck she was gonna say or do.
Right.
And you can kind of tell, like, she's just kind of waiting for a miracle and pretty much just trying to keep them from getting in there. Like, that was her biggest goal.
Right.
So, and trying to be a little bit intimidating towards what's her name. And it kind of worked in a sense because, oh, girl was kind of shook. Like, she didn't know what to do, what to say, where to turn. Like, I'm like, girl, you done started it now. Like, and then when Daikon come up, I mean, goodness gracious, like it
Right.
turns up another notch. So, whoo,
Oh
yeah, it was
yeah.
interesting.
Definitely interesting. I mean, the fact that your boy Daikon, we'll get to that. But I want to get to this one right here because this is, the MVP moment of the day. Like, I did not expect it to happen. Even Zane didn't know what was going to happen. Let's talk about this right here. Lacy and the Hog, you know what I'm saying? The superhero, the MVP. I'm going to start with you, Tika. What did you think about this right here? Did you think that she was going to be running after this hog and do what she did? You're on mute. Mute. Okay.
I just want to know what farm Lacy was raised on to be able to run through and snatch that hog up the way that she did. And it was a genius idea. She was like, okay, help me. At first she was saying help me, but then she was like, okay, I got it. Next thing you know, she literally wrestled the hog to the little Charlotte to the ground, and that was a wrap. That was a wrap. I was like, dang, Lacy, MVP for sure. MVP for sure. She
Right,
did that.
right. So EJ, your reaction to this, like I was not expecting this. I honestly was not expecting her to do or think like this, but she did have that conversation with Ruth, right? And Ruth did tell her that yeah, she gave that sandwich to the hog and all of this and that, right? And she's on to like, other mother knows that she's on to her, right? So were you expecting this to happen? Were you expecting Lacy to come through like that?
Nope. That would be a nope, and a nope. I definitely did not know that she had those type of skills, those, rounding up the hogs type of skills. I mean, I was like, is she gonna get him? And then when she started to do it, it started to dawn on me what she was trying to do. And I
Right.
was like, sitting up there rooting for her, like, okay, get him, get him. Like, and I'm looking at Zane, like, is you gonna help her get him? Like, somebody get the pig. So, but yeah, it was a genius plan. I won't even lie. And it was a good plan to think on her feet. And good thing Ruth confided in her, good
Oh
thing
yeah.
that they were, bonding because like I said, we don't know what would have happened if Lacy didn't come with the win. So Lacy definitely the MVP on this episode.
Absolutely. I thought it was genius, and you know who that is. That's still my TV wife. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my girl Lacy. You know what I'm saying? Elise, you did your thing. She MVP. Absolutely. All right, family. So look. She took out the hog, told Zane to go ahead and tell Elder Mother, run and tell Elder Mother that the hog is gone, right? Meanwhile, they are still arguing back and forth, right? They're arguing about, what is happening with Bridget and all of that. And it's just like, yo, like seriously, like really? So what happens is Zane does roll up and tell Elder Mother Marva that she absolutely, that the hog is gone, right? The hog is gone. Let me make sure this is here. Okay, there we are. The hog is gone. So what's happening now? What's happening now? If you remember, what's happening with Elder Mother as she is trying to get Bridget to tell Daikon, hey, talk to him. Tell him what Ruth did to you. What is happening here? I'm gonna start with you, Tika.
Elder mother, wait, child, what do you want? Elder mother, the pig is dead. It's a pause. It's like she literally stopped in mid sentence, could not say anything. I was here for it.
Oh
Elder
yeah.
mother was stunned.
She sure was. And the look on her face, EJ, I mean, come on. She was just like, what? She stopped right in mid-sentence, like, ah. It was hilarious, right?
It was so hilarious the way that she stopped mid-sentence and the way that she flipped. I said, Bridget, I bet you wish you had to set your butt down now, don't you? Like, I bet you wish you had never started this, because elder mother flipped, slapped her, and next thing you know, she was on the opposite end of everything. And elder mother was on her side, wanting to take her to the punishment trailer and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And then, of course, our girl kicks in. Now that she has an out, now she can use this. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved it. It was great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Ticon's
mean,
reaction was the best, though. I'm sorry. It was so funny.
it was, right? It was like, "What are you talking about?" There it is. There it is. Right there, boy. Look at that. Look at her face on the bottom. Like, what happened? What'd you say? What? Who's gone? So I was dying at this point. And then, Ruth with that face. I'll tell you, that's why I love Ruthless. I'm serious. Like, this is real facial acting. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the body, has nothing to do with the arms or whatever, whatever. But they are really getting it in when it comes down to this acting, and the facial expressions are priceless. Like, EJ, talk to me about, you said Daikon and him just going crazy, just like, yo, I can't believe this is, you guys are wasting my time, And she
Mhm.
slaps Bridget at the same time, So what was your reaction?
I was like, dang, Bridget. Like, exactly. I was like, that's what you get. But with Daikon, I was like, okay, Daikon is like, he got too much stuff going on right now. Like, everything is happening, and yet y'all are doing this. Like, you know that you can take her to the punishment trailer. So what
Right.
in the world is going on? First of all, he just wanted her to spit it out. Like, what is it? And why is we doing
Yeah.
all this? And I'm just like, how the highest didn't hear none of this? Because we
Yeah.
all know that he been listening, but like, so how he didn't hear none of this right here going on while he out here meditating? Because they is loud. I'm sorry, they just loud for no
Right.
reason. But yeah,
Super
it
loud.
was dope though. I thought it was crazy. I loved Elder Mother's. I loved her change. I loved how Daikon is like, what in the world is wrong with y'all? And I
Yeah.
love Bridget's face, because Bridget is like, she don't know what the heck is going on now. She don't know
Oh,
what
yeah. Oh, yeah. Tika, talk to me about this right here, though. The aftermath after Daikon walked away and all of that. And yeah, now it's like Ruth and Elder Mother just going at it like they usually do. What was your reaction to this? Because she was like shutting Elder Mother down. Like, what'd you say? Huh? What you say to me? Huh? What you want to say to me? Huh? I think you're
Yep.
confused, man. I think you're confused. What
Yeah,
you think
she
about this?
definitely, definitely, she absolutely shut her down. She let her know, because Elder Mother wanted Bridget to go to the kitchen, and Ruth was like, "No, she's not going to the kitchen." Then she said, Ruth was running things at this point. She had that out that she needed. She was running things at this point, and Elder Mother Marva was forced to call her by her title, Elder Mother. And then she walked away and was like, "Whore Babylon."
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my
oh my
God.
God. I loved it. I
Hell.
always love their interaction.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. EJ, same reaction, same reaction. Whore Babylon. I was dying when she snuck that in when she walked off. You know what I'm saying?
I know, it was funny. It's always interesting when these two get together and they start going off on each other. So I expected nothing less from Elder Mother but to say something as she was walking away. But I mean, at this point, Ruth does have the upper hand. So I think this is going to be interesting to see how will Elder Mother get out of this. Like, how long is she going to be able to use this? You know,
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
can't
yeah.
wait.
She ain't gonna be able to get away with it much longer, man. Cause I'm telling you, like, your girl gonna do something. I think, like I said, I was reaching on that last prediction, right? I was reaching on last prediction because remember we got pics of Ruth with the blicky. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo, she gotta point that blicky at Elder Mother, right? It gotta happen, right? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But let's go and talk about the next scene after that. And the next scene after that has everything to do with your boy. That's right. The two jailbirds themselves. We're talking about the sheriff and your boy, Andrew, right? They are locked up, won't let me out, right? So they locked up, don't know what to do. Talk to me about this scene, Tika. Like, what were they talking about? I mean, it was kind of funny at the same time. It was very revealing, right?
Yeah,
Tika,
yeah,
you
yeah,
on?
yeah.
Okay,
This
go.
scene actually shocked me. Yeah, this scene actually shocked me. The conversation as to, and again, we found out why Sheriff Conley, how he got wrapped up into all of this. Of course, when he was here was last week, he spoke on a little bit, but then we as to how he got became a part of the whole Rockadooshi situation. But then we
Mhm.
find out even more that Conley has cancer. He's dealing with diabetes.
Mm.
And it was the money. Daikon offered him the money, but then he got that good booty from Trudy. So we see why, Conley got into all of the shenanigans, but now he and Andrew are saying maybe we should do something to talk to convince them not to go in. So, they're trying to figure out a plan, but Conley had to go pee pee. So we'll see what happens after that.
EJ, talk to me because I know you picked up some of the lines that Conley was saying. In fact, he was talking about it right when we had him on. He was talking about how, they got pictures of your boy and the cornhole, right? You remember he was talking about that?
Mhm.
Dude, you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Well, first, I do want to say this. I do want to say shout out to VACAYJ because you was right.
Mm.
Well, no. Or was I right? Was it you right or was it I right? Who asked
What
the
you mean?
question about was he and Andrew? Was that my question?
I don't
Was
know.
he and
I don't
Andrew
know what
gonna
the question.
team up? I can't remember. It was a bunch of questions going on, and I know you had
Okay.
most of them. But anyway,
It was probably me
um,
then. If I did have most of the questions, then it was probably me. So, but go
whatever
ahead.
it was, I just know that one of us said something about would they
Yeah.
team up and would he help Andrew in some kind of way, right?
Right.
And he
Right.
tried to play it off like, why would this happen? And I
Yes.
feel like that was kept because I feel like we kind of are seeing they agreed on one thing about the
Yeah.
kids and the women and children, and then he all of a sudden had to go to the potty. Like, what is up with
Right.
that? I feel like he's going to do something that's going to somehow help Andrew in some way, form, or fashion,
Mhm.
possibly get up out of there. I just don't know what yet. So
Right, right. So talking about that scene where he had to go to the bathroom, I thought it was kind of weird, right? I thought it was kind of weird, like, yeah, I'm an old man, whatever what I gotta do, I can't put in the cup. You know what I'm saying? So let me out of here. But as we're looking at it, as we're looking at this scene here, you see him, he looked like he's up to something, right, Tika? It looked like he about to do something because yeah, he got him in handcuffs. But in order for him to take a pee-pee or whiz or whatever the case is, he ain't taking a dump with his hands behind his back, right, Tika? I mean, come on. What you thinking?
He could. He could. He don't have to touch his pee-pee. He could sit on that toilet with his hands cuffed behind his back and dump all that he needs to dump. But see, I feel that there's about to be some trickery with this particular agent. And
Right.
for the record, EJ, that was your question to
There you go.
Sheriff Conley. That
There
was
you
your
go.
question.
okay,
So
okay. I
anyway,
can
yeah,
remember.
Conley is
Good
up
job,
to
EJ.
something. Conley is up to something. So all that side eye that he gave Andrew told it all. It's like I got my own plan, bro. Let's
That's
go.
it. That's it. And you see your boy looking at him like, what is he up to? You see Andrew at the bottom. He's like, what is he up to? Because he up to something. He up to something. So we're gonna see what happens, man. I think he's gonna try to get away. I think he's gonna try to need a dude because he's like, yo, I can't take down my pants, you know what I'm saying, by myself. But let's get to the next scene here. We are at the well. We are at the well, man. And your girls is like, bitch, what you think you was doing? Da da da. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I did that. Like, what the hell? EJ, talk to me about this, right? They said we going what they say they was going to do with with her in the well.
All I know is that it sounded like it was about to be a good old fashioned a whooping going on. And at the end of the day, what it all
Yeah.
boils down to is that Bridget sucks. I mean, she really
Yes.
does. Like she she's not good at reading the room. First of all, you got your butt whooped. You got dragged through the compound in front of everybody, taken to the punishment trailer. You
Right.
got whooped like you was a kid, and yet you still wanted to tell. Y'all are literally about to they were literally about to try to take money from the highest. Like, you're about to pull. You see all these guns around, but yet you're not reading the room. You really think that this was gonna end well for you? Like, I don't
Right.
like it. But I love how Lacy is not Lacy. I love how Zane is still so excited about the things that happen. Like, when she does these, these things that are out of character, she gets so
Right.
excited about it, and I love it. She was like, yes.
Right. You see her face, right? You see her face at the
Mhm.
bottom, like, yeah, you thought you was gonna get away, but you ain't get away, right, Tika? She was just like, yeah. It was like a victory, you know what I mean? Right, EJ? It was like a
Mhm.
victory for both. Like, yo, you thought it was going down, but it's definitely not going down the way you think it's going down, right? So, what I love about it is it's like these two friends, because they've been through it all. I mean, let's give a shout out definitely to Zane, because Zane is sticking by Lacy's side with everything that she's going through, right, Tika? Like, she's just right by her side, just trying to really encourage her and keep her, like up. Because after that whole punishment thing that she went through, man, that was just the worst thing, right, Tika?
Yeah, that's a team, that's a sisterhood that, they've literally been together since season 1A, and now they're
Mm-hmm.
still here fighting and fighting and trying to do whatever they can just to survive. And so
Right.
what tripped me out was, other than threatening to toss her into the well, the hilarious part was how awesome it was that Lacey did what she did to the pig. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, Zane's a little too excited for that to see something like that. Is she snapping back a little bit?
Yeah.
But again, it was a moment. She was like, "We just got to do what we got to do to survive," and she comforted Lacey, let her know it's okay that you had to do that. So, as
Oh yeah.
always, I love a moment between Zane and Lacey.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I thought it was dope. And after everything that Lacey is going through, you know what I'm saying? Zane is hugging hers. For real, I mean, to go through all of that, right? To go through everything that she's going through. She tried to escape, elder mother torturing her, doing all of this and that. This was like the ultimate victory. Like, yo, we did something together. It just gives them hope that we can possibly get out of here and do all this and that. So your girl comes over, Ruth, and she tells, right, EJ, Zane tells Ruth, hey, she killed the hog for you and all of this and that, and Ruth was so like, really? That's so good. That's so good. Oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after that whole bonding session, for her to do that, it was like, oh, solidified, right, EJ? You're on mute. Mute.
Absolutely. I think that these two make a good team, actually. I mean, honestly, I've been saying it. If they would all just come together, they could all get up out of there. If they just actually stop trying to cross each other. Like,
Right.
everybody has a certain skill set and a certain thing that they bring to the table. And if everybody would just, the ones that are really trying to get away, the ones that are still not, the ones that are not drinking the Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? If they would
Yeah.
just really stop trying to cross each other, they would be okay. River has something to bring to the table. Ruth has something to bring to the table. Lacy, Zane, like all of them. And if they all just play their roles and their parts, they're good to go. But I'm liking this team up, and I just hope that it lasts. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. I agree with you. Shout out to you for that, making that statement, because honestly, like, yeah, if they would just team up together, if everybody was on the same page with the plan, right, then I think they would all get out of there together. But we got greedy people, we got sneaky people. It's like, who do you really trust, right? Especially with Joan, right? I mean, like, after everything going with Joan, Tika, like, do you trust Joan at this point, to team up with everybody else?
Listen, Joan needs everybody at this point. She literally needs everybody. I do not trust her, but let's see how far Joan will actually be able to go after we'll get to that scene, but let's see how
We'll
much
get
farther
to it.
she'll be able to go. She can't be
Right, right.
trusted. That's all we know. We already, for the facts that we know right now, she can't be trusted. So I'm,
Mm,
I'm looking at her side-eyed, under-eyed, cross-eyed. I'm looking at her every which way that I can.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So your girl tells Bridget, "Are you crazy? I told you the next time I gave you." I mean, this is the third strike. am I correct? Is this the third strike? I mean, the first strike was when she caught Bridget with your boy Lewis, right? And she was talking smack in that shed. The second time was, what was the second time? Y'all remember the second strike? I don't remember the second strike, but this is the third strike. You know what I'm saying? It's
The
like
second strike was when she
Was the
found
beat down.
right, the beat down. Right. That was the beat down. And then the
the
third
first
strike
strike.
when she
The
went to
first
interview.
strike was actually when she. I'm sorry. The first strike was when Ruth found, or when Bridget found Ruth in that children's trailer. That was the first strike.
Okay, got you. Right. When she was like, I ain't telling you nothing, right? Because she was asking where the children was. That's right. Thank you for bringing that back. Absolutely. I mean, we can always rely on, the what do you call yourself? The ruthless, the number one ruthless addict, TicahDishawn, right? We could always rely on that,
Hey.
right? Right. But she tells her to go to the car. What was that about? I really don't understand why she told her to go to the car and not just go to the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the plan? I mean, was it like discussed with Lewis for her to go to the car so Lewis can go there and smack her up or something? Like, what you think, EJ? Like, why she tell her to go to the car instead of like just go to the trailer? What do you think?
Listen, your guess is as good as mine, because that's exactly what I was trying to figure out. I was like, what's the purpose of her going to the car? What's going on at the car? Like, what's happening? I'm like, Lewis now, what's happening?
Right. Right. Like, what's really good? Like, why the car and why not any place else? It just doesn't make sense. Do you have any idea, Tika?
I think in my ruthless mind and my ruthless ratchet mind, I think she's gonna send Lewis there to break her off a little something so she can calm down, and then then get her back into play. Hey,
That's what you think? Break off a little something. Hey, you know what?
break off a little something.
What'd you say?
A little good deed to calm you down.
What, I hear you. What you call it? The ruthless ratchet mind. That's the RRM family. Again, type in hashtag RRM with the ruthless addict TicahDishawn making it up. The ruthless ratchet mind. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I think I remember seeing a scene where we saw your boy Lewis and somebody in that car. So I'm thinking it might be that. You might be right, Tika. You might be. I see you, Candy Love. I see you. RM, I see you. So yeah, family. We're gonna see what happens with that. And let's keep it moving, right? Let's keep it moving. Is this the last one right here? I think this is the last one right here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's talk about it. The identification at the station. EJ, you saw when your girl Desiree was pulling up stuff, pulling up the pictures. Do you notice how when she shows Malcolm's picture, she's kind of looking down like, yeah, I may have smashed that. Do you identify the dude that I was smashing according to Andrew? You believe that?
You so silly.
I am.
Yeah. You know what I noticed about that whole situation is that we still kept Andrew locked up even after he confirmed that Andrew was indeed locked up. That should have been like proof enough to know that Andrew was not part of this. If he was locked up, then something must have been going on. Like, he must not be on their side. I mean, for what they know. Now, we know what goes down on the compound, like we do, but they don't. So if he tells you like he was locked up along with the other FBI agents,
Right.
then why didn't we go back there and get Andrew out? Because I need you to go get Andrew up out of here, because we need Andrew back on the compound.
That makes sense. But at the same time, remember, they do still have that footage of him, burning up the house, right? So I think they're trying to hold on to that. And I think they're not too sure yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he identified him, but again, it's like this guy, Aaron, right? We know that he's testifying, but we're not truly trusting it yet, because they just met him, right, Tika? They just met Aaron. They just met Aaron. So yeah, he is the senator's son, but I mean, is his word gonna go as far as it should? What do you think?
Yeah. I as far as they can throw it, they're trying to get Aaron to even call his father and ask him to speed up the process so that they can go into the compound. However, Aaron lets them know, look, they don't like wifey. They do not like her, so they're not going to speed up anything because of her. So yeah, I'm just glad Aaron is free. Like he definitely identified the FBI agents. Plus, he mentioned Lynn. I can't remember exactly when he saw Lynn. Was she in the trailer with them? When I don't remember when he saw Lynn, but he did identify her as well.
Yeah.
But then her reaction to Malcolm being there was like, dang, they got my boy. So
Right.
like that should have been enough for them to be able to speed up and go on in there. But again, they're literally, we can see that she's definitely Desiree is taking it one step at a time, waiting on that strike team to come through.
Absolutely, absolutely. EJ, what's going to be the final straw for them to let Andrew go? What do you think is going to be the final straw? What do you think is going to happen? Because, I mean, just like I think we're all saying the same thing. Like, they have enough evidence showing that, yeah, he was in the punishment trailer with them. What do you think is going to be the last straw? Is it going to be the sheriff that's going to get him out? Because he's going to hit the dude and try to get away while he's in the bathroom? That's what you think?
It's going to be one of two people. It's either going to be the sheriff or it's going to be Ron. Ron feels like he can help in some way, form, or fashion, just based on how he went into there trying to plead with him, even though Andrew made some good points, like, you didn't try to help me out.
Right.
But anyway, but I feel like it's either going to be the sheriff is going to actually pull some kind of maneuver to try to get Ron out, or not Ron, to get whatchamacallit out, or Ron is going to get Andrew out some kind of way, because he's slippery. You know, he be doing stuff like, how you get back there in the back? Why this place not even locked up and you just walk yourself back there? Like, I don't even understand. Like, what is we doing here? But I do not think that Desiree is going to let him go. I think that she is sold on the fact that he is working with them. And I don't think that I don't think at this time she's going to believe anything other than that. Even though I'm pretty sure she heard the conversation where he said that the highest did all of that and that he was doing what he had to do to get rid of the bodies because of the highest when he was talking to Max. So I don't know. I don't like Desiree anyway, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't. She's not the smartest cookie out there right now.
Well,
for me.
we found out a lot of things about her. You know what I'm saying? Andrew know all about community property. You know what I'm saying? So, she revealed to us exactly who she is. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. Let's get to the next scene. And the next scene we see. Ooh, so let's run it back because I didn't put the scene in where your boy is talking to Joan. I thought it wasn't necessary to put it in. We can fill it in right here. So Joan is scared because she believes that, Daikon is going to find out that her name is on the $1 million account, right? So he came to get the hotspot. We talked about that last week, you know what I'm saying? And she thought he was talking about her hotspot, but he absolutely told her that he's not interested in her. But he finally got the hotspot, and he's now looking on the internet to try to find instructions on this safe, right? So he's not looking at the account yet, but he's looking for instructions because the highest told him, well, look it up online and just find it, and then we'll get the instructions. It's going to be fine, right? So your boy rolls over. He says, you know what? Let me try to help you out. Let me try to help you out, Joan. So he's going to go to Daikon right now to see what he can do to kind of slow down the process of him finding out if, Joan's name is on the account or not, right? Okay. So let's talk about the scene right here. All right. TicahDishawn, was this a good plan? And do you big up your boy River for doing something like this to save Joan?
Yeah, because Joan was in there getting pissy drunk and River saved her. Like, for even if it was just for that moment, he says it was more than enough time for them to do what they needed to do and get off of the compound. So for the moment, he did a great job. He literally risked his own life for Joan because Daikon had him choked up.
Right.
Ready to take him to the Raku. So yeah, great job to River.
Okay. Great job, the River. Okay. Yeah, she was wasted. She's like, oh my God, they're gonna find out everything. Right. She was just like off the meter. EJ, was this a great plan? Did your boy River come through for Joan?
I I mean, he kind of came through for her. You know, it was all right. But let me just go talk about Joan real quick. And he did all
Sure.
right. He did what he did. But let me just say this real quick. I want the Joan that we met last week back. Like, I don't
Okay.
want this Joan right here. I just want, Joan from the hood to bring her behind back. Since she just wanted to nuck if you buck and all that type of stuff. On last week, we wanted to talk noise. And this
Right.
week, we wanna move different. We wanna cry. We wanna be all extra. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Boo-hoo.
I don't want none of that. I want you to be like you was before. Say what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Right.
it.
Right. Keep, yeah, come on. Keep that same energy, right? Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? You need to buck them like you bucking before. You know?
Okay, that part.
So you want to see more of that, Joan, huh?
Okay. I don't want this timid Joan, but yeah, it was, Daikon has just been having a bad day, y'all. Like, Daikon
Yes.
just always having a bad day. And here we go again, where we screw Daikon over. Y'all know I love Daikon, so I be hating when Daikon have a bad day.
You had a bad day, right?
Mhm.
That's funny. So Tika, man, like, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good plan. EJ, I thought it was a pretty good plan. I think he came through. I mean, at least it's going to slow down the process, right? It's going to slow it down. It's going to take him a while, because even when he went back and told Joan, like, yo, you should be thanking me, she was just like, well, they're just going to get another one, and she's all whining. And it's like, oh my God, like, just appreciate the fact that your man went out of his way to do this, right, EJ? Like, come
Exactly.
on, like he did what you wouldn't do, because your ass is pretty drunk. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I thought it was cool. He was, man, Daikon again. Migraine headache. I could see it coming. But yeah, let's move on. Your man, okay. This again, I love all people, but this right here was one of those privileged moments, because EJ, Tika, right? Like, was he not told, don't go back there and talk to them, right? Don't say nothing. I know you want to help, but we got this. Let us do our job. But EJ, was he in his privileged moment at this point, his little senator privilege? I'll say it like that, senator privilege.
It was in something, because Lord knows she told him to stay away, but yet he still decided that he was going to go back there anyway. And you know what, Aaron, like, just let your wife stay on that doggone compound, like, point blank and period. You got out of there, you done. Like, go home. Like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving her there, because she the reason why we all in this anyway. Like, if you went down there, wanted to come down here for whatever reason, which the jury is still out on what it is. Does she know? Does she not know?
Right.
Whatever the case is, it all start with her, and I'm leaving her there. So bye. But yeah, he was doing too much. He don't follow directions, but we know he don't follow directions. I mean, he ain't followed not one direction since he been since he made it to the compound. They told him not to go to the thing. He took his butt around there anyway. That's how he found Andrew and them in the beginning, because he was being nosy.
Right.
Like, listen.
You right about that, because you remember when your boy River warned him, right? Oh, cell phone, don't bring that. Don't leave it here. Leave it in the cabin. Okay. What did he do? He tried to sneak, and he made that call, and his ass got caught, right? Tika, his ass got caught, and it was like, ooh, and then he put him in the freezer. Crazy. Go ahead.
Listen, Aaron is in the what you want to do for love mode. He don't care about none of that y'all talking about. He wants his Laura.
He wants his Laura, huh?
If you can find a man that'll go through all of this to try to get you, I'm here for it. Okay, Aaron, I'm here for it. But he does go back there and he tries to have a conversation with Andrew. It doesn't get very far, because Andrew is telling him, hey, they think I'm a Rockadushi cult member, so they're not really trusting me and they're not listening to me right now. So, the conversation was actually had. I mean, it was necessary, because Aaron needed to know that Andrew was not really going to be very useful at this moment. So he needed to see who was going to be able to make some moves for him. So, go Aaron.
Gotcha.
Love you, boo.
Wow. He ain't getting nothing out of it. It was an empty conversation that really went nowhere, right? It didn't go anywhere. Get him to tell him to get me out. Well, we should have went up there. Well, maybe you should have let me go. Well, we would have been dead if we were okay. It was really nothing. So let's get to it. your girl Joan gets summoned to the highest trailer. Okay. And yeah, what's happening here? I had a vision, you know, I was meditating, and I saw you in my you know, my little Raku mind. And I saw you in my Raku. You like that's my highest, the lowest voice. This is very, very low, very low. I saw you in my Raku mind, and but he ain't see nothing. His ass was like, I saw your ass outside the window arguing with Ruth. There ain't no damn vision. What you talking about? Your ass just got you was sleeping, and your ass woke up because people were screaming outside. Who you see? You saw Ruth and Joan arguing. What y'all think about this first and foremost before we go on to what she said, what her response said? I'm gonna start with you, EJ. What? Talk to me, man. That was no damn vision.
Listen, when I did my review, I said maybe he do have superpowers or something. Maybe the Raku does speak up. I mean, listen, Joan has been running through his mind. Like, he keeps seeing her while he's trying to meditate and while he's trying to prepare for his, you know, for the prophecy thing. So, you know, maybe the Raku is real. Like, at this point, anything is possible. I was just like, the fact that he believes half the stuff that he says just always baffles me. And the fact that Joan is sitting up in here looking crazy, like, I'm like, Joan, please do not try what I think you finna try. Do not keep saying what can I do to help you. We already determined that you do not have the sex appeal to do what you trying to do. Stop it. Stop. Like, go another route. You need to go with the I love you, I'm just here for you route. You need to go with that one. That other one, no. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Tika, I mean, yeah. So what she said was, what did she say? What was the answer? I saw you outside, looked like you was arguing. What did she say? What was her response to the lowest?
Oh, we weren't arguing, your highest. We were talking about the Raku. Like, what something to that effect. I'm like, girl, stop it, Joan. Stop it. Like, why? Why are you lying? You know, this man clearly just told you he heard the two of you outside arguing. It was funny, just like EJ for a second, and I should know better because I've been watching this mess for a very long time. I thought the fool had a couple extra powers too. I'm like, snap back out of this thing. The highest don't know. He and then, like you said, in the same voice, he goes back and says, I heard you outside arguing, but you've been on my mind. What? Shut up, highest. You somebody please give him his pills or his something at this moment. But yeah, Joan, again, just like EJ said, the whole sex appeal situation is not there for her, and she's looking around again, just like EJ, reiterating what EJ said. Is there anything I can do in here? No, just stand there and wait for me to wait for Ruth to come in. So
you know what was funny
to me? Don't want nobody arguing with his boo.
Yeah. Okay? Now, you know what was funny to me, right? Because y'all remember this part, right? Is what you're saying is true? Because, you know, we can bring Ruth in here, right? And she was like, yes, okay, let me go get her. He was like, nope. Nope. You ain't getting away. You know what I'm saying? You're not running away. No. She's on her way. Don't worry about it. She's on her way, right? But yet he didn't even ask Scumbag Manny to go get her. Scumbag Manny's still there. So he's like, nah, she's on the way. She ain't on the way. You ain't telling him to go get her. This was a weird like dialogue for real. But anyway, yo, this is your last chance. Tell me the truth. No, it's exactly what I said. You know, yes, we were talking about how wonderful the Raku is, right? You know, he's like, all right. He's like, would you like me to do anything? He's just looking at her like, bitch, you better tell me the truth. You better stop playing.
She was killing me with that. Is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything? I'm like, if you don't take your voice down 2 notches, like, oh my goodness.
Yo, it's funny, right? She thought that the higher her voice and the softer her voice would go, that he would just let her go, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, dog. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
It's
So when,
because she got that other personality, Jay, earlier. Remember when they was in the truck and he was like
mhm,
how much he trusted her, you can talk in
yeah,
front of her. She fooled around and thought she had a friend. She don't
right.
realize that this highest ain't even 8 yet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 She she funny. She is just
At all.
super, super funny. All right, let's get to this, family. We are coming to the end, family, and thank you guys for joining us. Definitely hit that like button. What is going on here, EJ Tika, man? It's coming down to the wire. Your man got bear traps. I set the bear traps. And guess who gets caught in the bear trap? Just like we thought. Your boy, Malcolm, gets caught in the bear trap, right? And he's on the ground. I mean, his stomach is already bubbling, right? Because he got that sandwich in him. You know what I'm saying? So it's already bubbling. And he's trying to get away. And then he get caught up in the bear trap. And then your boy George comes over, right, George? And then he's like, no, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, right? Right? And all of that. So, EJ, tell me about your reaction to this scene.
Listen, I don't know what happened to Malcolm. Listen, for like a whole half a second, I almost felt bad for Malcolm. I was like, dang, first you had to eat that old rancid sandwich, and then you turned around and got caught in the bear trap. Like you just can't get away. But I can't pull myself to feel too bad for him because he brought his dumb self out there in the beginning. You
Right.
the only person that wasn't invited. Like, seriously. You just
Mhm.
took yourself out there knowing everything that he
Right.
knows. You took your dumb self out there knowing all about the highest. So I'm sorry that I just don't have that much whatever for Malcolm. But at the same time, I think, my finesse twin might have popped him.
Ooh, right. I mean,
Or
that's
he
how
might have pretended to. One or the other, because they good at pretending.
they sure are, right? Just like when remember that time when the highest and River was inside and he took the blicky. He was like, "You love me? Take out yourself," right? And then we heard a pew, and then we heard blood splatter, and it was nothing. It was nothing at all. They fooled us, right? EJ, they fooled us to make it think like, oh yeah, somebody he took him out, right? So, what do you think, Tika, about this scene right here? Is your boy Anthony Bless, Malcolm, finally gone? What you think?
Listen, I have an affinity for Malcolm. I don't care what nobody says. I heart Malcolm. I know he has done wrong, but everybody, even God forgave the man on the cross up there. I'm just saying, give Malcolm a little retribution, redemption, or something. But anyway, the way that weapon sounded, it doesn't sound like a actual. I know, EJ, it don't sound like a actual blicky to me though. It sounded like a pop, maybe like a bead, or I forgot what they call those packs that hit people and kind of knock them out. Because his instructions were not to unalive him. Those were not his instructions. He said, go find them. And so think
Right.
about if he unalive an agent, that's going to create more issues. My thing again, where the heck was the agent that was hanging in the woods that was supposed to be
Right.
watching and doing surveillance? That's my biggest question
Right.
right now. Like, where the heck is he? So anyway, if it's Malcolm's time, I still want to accept it. I'm going to TP Studios with my flag up and I'm protesting. And then, no, I'm just kidding. But if it's his time, it's his time. He has done a lot, but I don't want him to go. I don't want to see him go. It is what it is.
It's
Okay.
so hard.
Yes, my Ruthless.
Wait, I gotta get you on. I gotta get solo. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Robert Mitchell, I appreciate you.
I'm just trolling, Tika. I'm just trolling, Tika.
It is so hard to say goodbye yesterday.
I don't know. They made it look so good.
Hey, we've been trolling. Y'all been trolling Malcolm since season 1. It's all good.
I mean, he's such a bad character.
Right. And he's so bad that they kept him around for 4 seasons. I mean,
know,
he's that
right?
good. He's that good at being bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
exactly.
like, I don't know if we're gonna let him go out like this. I hope
not.
this is the way. You don't think so?
I hope not. I mean, honestly, as much flack as I give Malcolm, I don't want him to go out like this. I feel like there's a better way. I'd rather. I ain't gonna say what I'd rather happen to him, but I just don't want it like
Ruthless.
this.
Get Ruthless. Get Ruthless. Tell us how you want him to go out. Yo, go ahead.
I mean, he always coming at Andrew about this cornhole situation. I just want some stuff to happen to him, and then whatever goes down after that, he be giving Malcolm so much. I mean, not Malcolm. He be giving Andrew so much. Like he just keep like coming at my boy Andrew. Like, shoot, let's give him some action.
Right.
But was the cornhole a lie? What was the cornhole a lie?
We don't know. We don't know. Those pictures were fake. Stop playing.
He told Dyson, yes, he bucked the highest. So, I'm just saying. And Andrew has, since we talking about who should go and stay and all that, Andrew unalived a child. Y'all forgot that he unalived William. I'm just saying.
He didn't have a choice. William was out there doing the most.
The other one gotta go.
He didn't have a choice. He was survival.
We got a little. We got a little ruthless rumbling going on. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Tika love her some Malcolm. Malcolm can't do no wrong. I love Andrew. That's my boy.
He does a lot wrong. He does a lot wrong, but he just. I feel like there's, every person doesn't deserve the death penalty. And then we want to talk about unaliving people in a certain way. Why did they do Brian the way that they did Brian? Like, I'm still mad about that. Like, he was a very good guy. So,
I like Brian.
Listen,
holler at me. Let me know what
your boy Malcolm deserves to go. He slept with everybody's wife.
That part.
Slept with Desiree. Your man was all up in Lynn, all up in her, like all up in everything. Went to the Rocco campus with her to get the smoky smoke. Like, this dude is terrible. It's time for him to go. We'll see what happens. But again, this was a solid episode for real. Like, honestly, as we wrap this up, this definitely was a solid episode. And like I said, my MVP, if once it pops up, hopefully it pops up. Let's go. MVP definitely goes to your girl Lacy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely goes to Lacy, man. For real. Like, for real. Like, so yeah. No, it's not popping up. Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, the family, listen. It was a solid episode. I loved it. Family, this has been a pleasure once again. Listen, I thank everybody for hanging out with us. We see you in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We're trying this new vertical thing, so I wasn't able to get to everybody's comments while we're doing this because your boy is operating over here. As you see, I'm flipping cameras. I'm flipping slides. You know what I'm saying? We doing a whole new flow over here. You know what I'm saying? We got that Ruthless roundtable vertical flow. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody that came through. Candy Love, Sharon, Queen, Ola, what's going on? Your boy Robert A. Mitchell with the RRM. You know what I'm saying? Oh, somebody messing with their camera. I see you.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what I mean? The wrong button.
It's all good. But I definitely had fun with you guys today, ladies today, man. Listen, it's the Ruthless Roundtable Virtual Flow. We're going to start from EJ and come on back up. EJ, what's going on next with the channel?
So, yes, we did on Monday, we had our BMF with the ladies. So definitely check out the replay if you haven't seen that already. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about Kimba. It's a BET Plus original. So if you have not watched that, then definitely watch it. Or if you have seen it, then come and hang out with myself and the ladies on tomorrow to talk about that. And then, it's going to be business as usual. Back to these recaps and reviews, BMF when it comes out. Then we got Ruthless, of course. And then I am talking about DR from Detroit. That's going to be on Sunday. Hey. So yeah, and then we have some other stuff that's going to be coming up, and once we get it together, we'll drop it, and that's it.
That's what's up. Shout out to EJ and the ladies and all the good stuff going down. TicahDishawn, all things Ruthless. What's going on? I mean, Tika got like mad stuff going down, man. She got stuff going down. Talk to the people.
Okay. So on the channel, on the right here, All Things Ruthless on that channel, I'm definitely gonna tap in and talk about Diara from Detroit. Y'all got to check out our live that we did on Sunday, and then maybe we're going to come back again on Sunday and do it again. Also, I'm talking about those folks at the Dirty D, a movie or a series that's streaming on Tubi. I'm actually enjoying it. Get to know a little something about these people from the Dirty D for real. And then, of course, definitely going to do the Ruthless recap. And also, y'all, on my personal situation, your girl is turning a year older, and on the 29th, the 29th of March, I'm gonna hand out, a few meals and some a little donation to a single mom in my local area. When I turn a new age, it's not all about me, it's about celebrating life, but also being able to help somebody else. So that's what your girl got going on. And make sure y'all tap into Ticah's Wind Down, my new YouTube channel where we're grieving, we're going through grief together, and we're having some great moments over there. So tap in, Ticah's Wind Down. Thank you, Jay, for having me. I appreciate you. You didn't kick me off the panel yet, so I appreciate it.
Ain't nobody doing that. It's all good, family. Well, you know what's going down, VACAYJTV family. We appreciate you for coming through, and absolutely, we are making serious moves. So definitely make sure y'all subscribe to their channel. We're talking EJ, the TV junkie, TicahDishawn, and all her millions of channels. All right. But what's going on with VACAYJTV? Listen, of course, we got the recap coming for episode 21. Listen, I think we only got 2 episodes to go with Ruthless. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get a 21 tomorrow. If we do, you already know. Look out for that recap. I'm definitely coming with that. All right. After that, you already know BMF is rocking. We're going to be doing a recap. We're going to be doing a review on Saturday. So look out for that with me and my sweet perspective, Ashley. Absolutely. Sunday, we are also doing Daria from Detroit. Diara. I'm saying Daria because you know Daria. That's the homie. She always in the chat. So Diara from Detroit, myself and Ashley from My Sweet Perspective. We're going live with that. And we're covering the 3 episodes because we got to catch up. There's going to be a new episode coming out. So we're going to be catching up with all of that. So look out for that. And then Monday we'll come back around with the BMF, right? We come back around with the BMF final predictions with the exclusive picks. You know I'm going to be bringing you those exclusive picks. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. You already know. And listen, we are still covering the Diddy situation, right? So we did a live about the Diddy situation. If you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. You know what I'm saying? With myself and Tika and Amina seen it as well. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen already. But yeah, we are definitely keeping close with that story. So make sure you subscribe, put that notification bell on, and absolutely we're going to keep it moving, family. This has been a grand time with my family, my Ruthless round table. The ladies are always on point. And we're going to see if these predictions come true. You know what I'm saying? So, family, it's been a pleasure. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Until next time.
Peace.
Salute.